Prince, we are here for you finally. Alright, Prince, am I in the right space? Here, let me give you a look at my kind of action bar system, my to-do list. They actually had things I gotta do, a to-do list, a mission thingy-dingy. Get to the top of the tower like I did in my vision. Rescue Lily. So we did those things already? We did rescue Lily? Or we need to get to the top to rescue Lily? I don't know. But now there is no music. It makes me sad. Hey, yo. Let's kick it. Lily's bracelet. I wish my loved one was not dead but alive. I am a grieving widow. I grieve. The widow. I grieve. As a widow. Next thing I want to buy myself is I want to get one of those desktop mounts for my microphone. So I can just be like, wow. I'd like to buy one, but you don't want to like spend $40, $50, $60, and then it shows up and it's the wrong size or something, which can really happen. Or it can't. This is a really heavy microphone. I think it'd be pretty common. But it seems like when I look up, like, okay, what's the one you buy for this? People are going, here's a hack. You can use this one and buy this extender. And I go, I don't want to buy extenders. I just want the one that works for this. I'd rather pay more up front to have it work right away than show up and disappoint me. You need to go into the asylum. Is this the asylum? I am the asylum seeker. I seek asylum. Oh, he's so scared. I don't know how to play. This makes me go, what, invisible? Or I can see the truth? Okay. R2, I can... I guess this lets me jump a little higher. Speaking of buying, you went live right when I got done ordering my extra thick yoga mat with an extra long yoga strap. Extra yoga. Are you going to do the minimal amount of yoga? Or are you going to do the regular amount of yoga? Or are you going to do extra yoga? Prince is doing extra yoga for extra people.
Nothing can distract me from the mission. I will not rest until I've delivered the milk.
I love that guy's voice acting. The entrance is next to Gloria. Gloria. Now you know. What's just happening? What's this? Oh, lame. Lame reminder. Gloria. Gloria here. You're gonna yoga every day, starting from Monday. Yeah, I guess it's because it's just like more of a core exercise where you're not gonna like wear yourself out kind of thing, right? Gloria is the lady with the Medusa hair. Okay. Look at those, it looks like kind of skulls at the top or pig noses. Both, I think, are scary. Come, why won't you let me go that way? Because this game is from 1992, and you cannot do that. Not from 1992. That RTS on GOG has a physics engine. I remember being in school and somebody saying, oh, you like Command & Conquer? I was playing Total Annihilation. This is one of those guys. This is the kind of guy that like wants to join the army, knows a lot about guns, likes doing push-ups. Nice guy, though, actually. Really, really nice guy. And actually was the first person I ever saw play Final Fantasy on the NES. And I thought, what's this? What's this kind of game? What's happening? What are you doing? Gloria.
Oh, you're back to take away everything I've worked for? Because you're jealous.
So I remember him talking about Total Annihilation, like, oh, it's got the big tanks and everything's bigger, and when you do this, these things happen. Remember when your review is just people you knew. I liked that. It was fun. Because I didn't feel like they were being paid off. They might have been biased, though, in a different way. Gloria. Check it out. Shaved my hair down. I need to enter her mind. Cut my hair last night. I just took a razor with different guards. And just went nom, 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 nom. Just to get a bit of the hair off the side of my head. You must enter her mind. How do I do that? Like this?
My award? Trying to leave me, just like everybody else. Back where you were, my old friend. No one walks out on Gloria von
Guten. You need to enter her mind, Matt. That means go up to her and shoot her in the mind. Big bald patch on the very, very back. Doesn't it look good? It's very breezy back here. Alright, well, I guess we probably have to take a look at our different powers and see what we can do. Whispering Rock. Redeem these with Ford. Yeah. That's cool. Look, I got all the things in this area. You need to access your inventory and equip them. Alright. My inventory. She didn't respond. There we go. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. It's D-pad. This, you know, for the year that this came out, what, PS2? This game looks pretty good. And very unique. Doing its own thing. And actually feels pretty solid for an old game, other than just looking a bit blurry. It's good. Telekinesis, pyrokinesis, clairvoyance, shield, marksmanship. The dowsing rod? No. This is a very old... This is from old game. Use this item to find other items. It's like me having to go online so I can play a game offline. That would be... I don't know. Clairvoyance? I need to use the door. The door, like over here. To the asylum courtyard. It's a neat idea to like go into people's minds, and the level is based on their mind.
Attack! No, wait! Don't listen to him! Retreat! Shut up, you fool! The battle is ours! Wellington is on the run! This is our moment of glory!
Shut up, you loon.
The battle can't be won! We're gonna lose it!
I'm afraid you lost it years ago, Fred. Now pipe down over there. I am the orderly, and I run a quiet, peaceful, insane asylum. Understood?
Thanks, Hurricane Prince.
Oh, now see? You've disrupted Mr. Teggy's art therapy session.
Oh,
Le jour de gloire est arrivé!
Whatever.
live the glory.
Everybody who's still in the army, please raise your hands,
Unless you're dead. That'd be hilarious to ask soldiers that after one. Everyone who wants to keep fighting, use the door in your inventory, you fool. Door. Psycho portal. Psycho portal. Is that in my hand now?
Oh! Ooh, that's not very nice.
Man, she sounds very familiar. Like a good old TV actor. The door. The psycho portal. Put it on your... Oh. The door. I'm pressing X on it. Is that a door in my hand? Use it on Gloria von Guten. Door. Maybe I need to target her. Triangle? Look at these cutscenes.
Oh, if you don't like the performance, a simple boo will do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she looks like E.T. A beautiful E.T. I mean, you can put lipstick on an E.T., but I still don't want to kiss it. I think I'd be more likely to kiss a regular E.T. than that one. Because at least you could kiss the top of E.T.'s head like a peanut.
Cut! Hey, kid! Can't
Like
you see
Hans
I'm
Moleman.
trying to produce a play here?
No.
Oh, God. Even a child can see I've lost control of this production. Okay, Becky, get a grip.
Child?
Look, kid, it wasn't always like this. We used to have a hit show on our hands. Everybody loved us. But then our big star, Bonita Soleil, got stage fright and locked herself in her dressing room. So now we're stuck flipping between sunshine shenanigans and the horror of Hagatha Home. Oh.
Which is like flipping between a root canal and a sharp stick in the eye.
Just ignore Jasper. He's just a critic who happens to be right.
I'll go talk to
He sounds pretty familiar,
I'm sure
too.
all she needs is a little pep talk.
That and acting lessons.
You can get Bonita to take the stage again. Then you're the star of my show, kid.
All right, so we're in an actor's mind. It's going to be full of, I guess, a lot of self-doubt, needing to be get Bonita to take the stage. Yeah, needing to be validated, all that kind of stuff. Imposter syndrome. I love the way the stage looks so imposing and terrifying. What's going on, lady?
Thanks, you're right. I should get a grip.
Oh, there was this one actress in a movie, and she wanted to get slapped before she went on for some of these scenes. What was it in? It was Juliette Lewis in Modern Romance.
I need the purse tag here.
The purse tag. Okay, so I find the purse tag somewhere else and then put it on that thing. That's the critic there. Teleport options. Okay. I like the look of those things. The really sort of flatness of it. And what are these people? These are the people watching. It kind of looks like us, like an older version of us. Figments. Find the figments. Triangle to talk. Thank you. If someone glows, use triangle to talk to them. Thank you very much, Prince. It's hard. It can be really hard jumping back into a game. Lot of commands to remember, inventories, you know, different kind of systems, especially in an older game where they did their own thing. I mean, X is jump and square is attack. That ain't no big deal. You can smash everything. It's fun. I feel like I'm playing Lego Star Wars. I was, you can talk to the critic. That makes sense. I'm just gonna go around and smash some things, get a little hang of it again. You know, in some games, like, it can be terrifying to pop back into, you know, if it's a big story game and you're trying to remember all these, like, double crosses, triple crosses. Like, if you didn't finish Death Stranding and then went back to that, you know, like 6 months later, popped into the ending, you'd be like, Haka Waka? R1 I have set to invisible with my eyes. Oh, please don't warp me somewhere. He might. Oh no. This feels like a warp. No. It's whatever you assign them to. Glorious Theater. Oh, I see. So you can go to all the other different ones. Because it's the collective unconscious. That makes perfect sense. Obviously. This kind of has a sci-fi Star Trek ship hum to it. Gloria. Who's crying up here? Who needs to talk? Oh, that's the missing thing. Oh. Weird. I guess I got that tag in the ground somewhere. I don't remember getting it, but it's cool.
Maybe I should come back later when he's not sleeping. He looks too mean to wake up.
Interesting. Am I gonna have to wake him up?
Maybe I
No,
should
don't.
come back later when he's not
I picked up the two
He
tags.
looks too
Cool.
mean to wake up.
Teleport options, huh? Hopefully this isn't just taking us back to where we were. I want to go up here. Get the last of these bits. Rank up. Palm Bomb upgrade. Oh, good. Teleport options. Oh, that's this guy. Cancel. Okay. These look bouncy. And sentimented. The horrors. You can equip the cobweb duster from your inventory, just like the dough.
Yep.
Another figment. They are nothing but figments of someone's imagination.
Looks like it needs a candle to work.
Okay. Candle, no fall damage. Wonderful. You look like candles, all of you. cobweb duster. Okay. The cobweb duster helps you reach things. The purple webs are for the cobweb duster. Gotcha. Okay. A lot of crying, and it's kind of quite sad. Okay, cool. Corky stepped away to get some food.
Got it.
Got it.
Suitcase tag. That's what I need here.
So much torment and sadness, depression, tears. Or are they all acting? Probably not acting. But are they real? They're not real. Orky's eating a Subway sandwich. Orky's eating a spaghetti surprise. Orky's eating
Got it.
cobwebs because he never throws anything
she really
away.
doesn't want to see anyone right now. Hey, guess she really doesn't. Hey, guess she really doesn't want to see anyone right now.
Hey, hey, hey. I need a candle. Chicken croissant. I had a croissant today too. Our baker friend made 4 croissants for me, Stella, Stella's mom, and Stella's dad. But we had them in our house for a while. And it would be real shame to let them get stale, so I ate the 3rd one. I had 1, Stella had 1. There were 2 left, and I had the others. Emotional baggage that requires tags. It all makes sense. I like to smash things. I love the disco. I love to suck up the cobwebs, baby.
Got it.
Fart, 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 fart.
Got it.
Ooh. He sounds excited or not as excited? No, he's back. He's good. He's good to go. Real happy. Lots of figments. Another figment. Okay, we need to find out how to get a candle. And there was an emotional baggage taggage. Oh, its mouth is having major saggage.
Suitcase tag. That's what I need here.
He has 90s kid voice. Yeah. Kind of plucky, sounds a bit smart, a little bit annoying, but not too obnoxious. Just enough to sound young and annoying. A lot of kid actors were all the rage in the 90s, eh? Home Alone. He did it.
Thanks, you're right. Yes, thanks. All right. Hey, 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 hey. No time. Hey, no time for shenanigans.
What does that say about our society? Suitcase tag. That's what I need.
Suitcase tag. That's what I need here.
Suitcase tag. That's what I need here. Okay. I like these lights, these big bulbs on there, and the misshapen geometry of it. It's creepy. There's some things jumping around. Alright, I need a candle. There's candles right here, so why don't you levitate them? Or telekinesis them. That's what you do. That's not working. Unequip the duster. Okay. I'm gonna equip the duster and talk to Becky. To unequip the duster, you need to... Oh, no, no!
Man, these.
No, stay in this mind. Yeah. Yeah, good.
No.
There we go. Go talk to Becky without smacking her in the face.
Everything under control there, Becky?
Gotcha.
Ah, why did you say that? What have you heard? Everything's fine, except that our production has no star.
I'll be the
You
star.
get Bonita Soleil to perform again, and everything will be great. Her dressing room is behind the stage to the right and at the end of the hall.
Okay. Maybe they'll let us go in. It sounded earlier like we needed a candle of some kind to bring up to the top. I don't know how you grab them candles. I saw lots of candles.
Hey, guess she really doesn't want to see anyone right
Now
now.
go backstage and talk to Bonita. Maybe I need to turn invisible. Yeah.
Hey, guess she really doesn't want to see anyone right now.
Clairvoyance. R1. R2. What is it? Why is the R1 one not working? Invisibility. That's what I want. I'm invisible. Invisible. There we go. Oh my god, Madame Butterfly, so gorgeous.
Excuse me, Miss Soleil. I heard you were feeling bad, so I just wanted to say that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. I used to be a performer myself, and I know how hard it is when...
Kid, can't you see I'm trying to have a moment here?
Sorry. I was looking for Bonita Soleil.
You mean the personal muse of Gloria von Guten, her inner sunshine?
The spirit of her youth, yes.
That's me. What do you want, an autograph? I'm kind of busy here.
Who's that crying?
So who's that crying?
Exactly. I'm so glad they
sorry.
answered this question.
Hey, can we kill the waterworks for a second? Thanks. It's a recording. It helps me focus.
They need you on stage right away for your big number.
Am I not playing this right or something? I'm drowning in a quagmire of self-pity. Why aren't you getting that? Should I be doing more with my hands?
So you're not going out on stage?
Have you seen any of the plays we put on here? Those god-awful slices of Gloria's terrible life? How am I supposed to bring light to those? Listen, the burden of being the only sunshine in this theater is just too much for one beautiful, glowing, inspirational muse to bear, you know?
Is there any way I can get you to take the stage? For the fans?
If you can get me some help out there so I'm not the only light on the set.
I'll turn on a spotlight.
That could work, but you'll need a candle. I think there might be a spare in the storeroom. If you can get a candle into a spotlight and light it, I'll come out and give the show one last try. But I'm not promising anything.
So...
Did you put a
No, but I'm about to. So, 5 minutes, Miss Soleil?
Thanks, Sonny.
I'll leave you alone now. I know you have a lot of crying to do.
Thank you. Now where...
Alright, this feels like a trap. Find the candle in the old prop room. I guess I was thinking of Fallout where you have to really think about what you're doing. But in these kind of games, you can just go around and smash everything in people's rooms. There's no consequences. They might... Who cares if they start attacking you or not?
That was a gift from the Prince of Romania. The fans gave... The president gave me that.
Oh, there are consequences.
Please, you're making a mess.
But the voice is awesome.
I could have
Hilarious.
sold that online for a lot of money.
These jokes still hold up.
Oh, hey, watch it, or I'll call security.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The one character in this game I think is actually really beautiful. For a, being a caterpillar. And they pull the old switcheroo on me. But it is all an act. It's all an illusion. They're not tricks, they're illusions. Those really angry red ones, they look like... Oh, is this another person that needs help? Oh. Glorious cool training. Hagatha home for girls. Yeah, the humor, it's nice. It's really nice humor. It feels like one of those like old demented cartoons from the late 90s. Come with me, little one, and sharpen my teeth. Look at the raggedy patch. Wow, pretty impressive. No look, one-handed piano playing while whipping children in the face. It's like Clockwork Orange. Oh, God. Are these real memories or are these distorted memories from her psyche? Well, that's sad. Pretty original content. Gonna sub right now for sure, bro. Hawak. At first, Hawak, I thought you were our friend Horky saying that this game is very original content. Hawak, Hawak, Hawak is on fire. He don't need no water, let that Hawak burn. Burn, Hawak, burn. Cobweb duster. Got any favorite games, Kawak? Yes.
Got it.
Let's... Why'd I do that? Looks like there's a figment in there. Maybe not. Go on up. Poppity-poopity-poopy. Poppity-poppity-poopy. Levitation to jump high and far. That's why we need to jump, of course.
Can't get a good, can't get a good, can't.
Can't. Da 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 da. Aw, look at them rub heads. The little frowny tag makes the big one smile. Yep. Crap. Can't tell if that person is being sarcastic. Wait a second. Is there a white guy playing old video games talking to a camera? Whoa. We're getting original. Real original. What if I just became very political? I won't. Oh, no. What? Whoa. There we go. You can also press and hold the button to float while falling. I think it's almost like the game stops so it can load the sound. Heep! Then it had it in the cache. No! Why did you do that to me? You put me in a box. Why? I can't help it. Oh. Jump. Levitation was terrible advice. You can do it without yes. I'm gonna use levitation here. Ooh, PS2 platforming. There is the candle. Don't you see? No! Nutbuster. A nutbuster parfait of magnanimous proportions. Let's jump on this. 10 points. Whoa, gold medal. Ho! I just walk up this. There you go. Press the shoulder buttons to keep your balance. Director's chair figment. Yeah, what's the button for levitation? Levitation. R1, L2, R2. So maybe L1? That's it. That's the one. Oh, it's so disturbing to hear tears, you know? Oh, we need it. I need it. I need the spotlight. There we go. I'm ripping this place up, man. You got the candle now. Try getting that tag. Will do.
Got it.
Ah, the tears have gone. Wonderful. Where is that one? Still crying its eyes out. Kablamo! That's pretty... That was magnanimous. It's big. Now you can use the candle in the spotlight. But you must collect 3 more Triforces to lead yourself to the Triforce room where you'll find the answers of 3. Wasn't there one in this room that was crying? I think there was. I'm trying to use the audio clues. I'm trying to smell it. If only this game had the power of smell. Who? You, that's who. Pow. Shapanga. Topanga and Corey. I should have slid down that one. Ah, look at that. You're right. You don't need no... You can do it 2 different ways. Oh my god. Ooh. There we go. Slide down this fool. Woo! Some kind of snowboarding, skiing. No. Not skiing. Not cool. Maybe it's the one outside I can hear that's crying. Whoa! Yeah, a lot of grinding going on back then. And skitching, skating. Touch it. The tears were far. There's a big dent in my stool where I want to rest my cup. Not a great place to rest a cup. Not a flat thing. More of a soft, smushy thing. It's a stool bottom for your bottom. Lumpy. Lumpy indeed. Are you the candelabra up there? I must destroy. Oh, these are just like lights for the stage. I like how it's a really, really classical stage. Orchestra pit. I'd love to play in an orchestra pit one time. That'd be fun. I think it would be a lot of ambience, hearing the crowd behind you, seeing the stage, the excitement of it all being live. Once you use the candle, make sure to look at all the plays, not just the first 25,000. Make sure you look at them all, whether it costs you your life or not. Now you what? Use a fireball? Probably. Are you aware of pyrokinesis? Doodly 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 dee.
Look alive!
My work here is done.
Bonita Soleil is about to take the stage. Flower girls in position 1. And action!
Tonight, I will be playing the part of Gloria von Guten, the famous actress.
In this nostalgic memory of her breakthrough role in the smash hit musical
Sunshine Shenanigans! And where would Gloria be without her muse?
her inner sunshine.
The spirit of her youth. Played tonight, once again, by Bonita Soleil.
Will she have the same plumber from New York voice?
I do so hope that my mother is proud of me.
Not again.
The Phantom.
I've seen some bad plays in my day, but this one's an actual menace. And it's all her fault. It's her bad acting that makes the Phantom strike. This time, I'm going to file a formal complaint and get this theater shut down.
Great. Well, I'm off to go kill myself.
Wow,
You know, it
critics
could be a more
getting things shut down.
Kid, if you want
Very
to see
ahead
a
of their
good
time.
play, come talk to me. I've got a script here that'll knock 'em dead, I promise.
That's right, all the critics are just failed
Hey!
creators.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Careful!
whoa, 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 whoa,
That's
whoa,
the
whoa.
manual mood override. That's how we set the right mood for the play. Mess with that, and we'll have happy plays on sad sets, sad plays on happy sets. Total chaos. Or worse. Improv. So whatever
Absolutely
you do,
the worst.
don't mess with the manual mood override unless you want to see some strange stuff happen.
Yes,
I think
do.
Becky's not telling me the whole story. I should go give her a piece of my mind.
Oh. This reminded me when I went to a university and watched a modern version of like Shakespeare, and these two people walked out to Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People.
Welcome to Hagatha Home School for Girls, where you will begin your long and painful training in the theatrical disciplines.
Ah.
But I don't want to study theater. I want my mom to come take me home right now. Your mom has a career and a boyfriend to think about. She doesn't have time for an ugly little girl like you.
Ooh.
Boo-hoo-hoo!
There is nothing more tedious than the tears of an unlovable child.
It's time to suffer
What?
for your art.
So we're watching a sad play in a happy mood right now, but it was a sad mood. So this is a sad mood on a happy play? Something amazing about live performance, you know? Happens right there. Each performance is individual.
I, Gloria Von Guten, would be starring in my own Broadway musical at such a young age. I hope my mother is proud of me. Well, here it goes.
Huzzah, forsooth! What is thine sweet smell in the air?
Let us spin and be happy, entwined in this pole of love, forever young and twisty.
Ooh, sensual.
Rejoice, for spring has besatten upon ourselves, and the spirit of May is a-lingering. Hooray! Maypole! Maypole! Maypole!
That's it, I guess. Yeah. And what was that? I don't even remember. Fight the Phantom. Die!
Too rough!
Too rough. I get it.
Ow!
Hey, careful there! Somebody could...
Go talk to the critic, Becky, okay?
Oh, my dear mother! Do you not love my new seaside mansion, bought with a fraction of the wealth my overnight success has given to me? Yes, Gloria, my daughter. I only live to make you happy. We are so lucky to be together again so that I could share it all with you. And also that you are not even jealous of my youth and fame, though my star has risen so much faster and grown so much bigger than that of yours, which has so quickly faded.
Jeez, kid.
Yes!
Yes, kid. I suppose you're right. My star has faded, but I did have to, you know, sacrifice everything to raise you. Because you were such a needy child, and while a lot of parents would have thrown you back into the river or the dumpster where you belonged and where you came from, I looked after you. Now you're gonna look after your dear old... Whoa! Your dear old mom, aren't you? I see, so you can go in the back, it gives you a new set, and then you change the mood and it gives you a new play. Yay. Wonderful. Up, 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 up. I like the way his arms go. Up there. Showed on a new light. Oh. I like that green light and the psychedelic reflections in the background. Woof.
Wherefore art thou, O elusive mail boat? How I yearn for the shores of my loneliness to be creased by your sturdy keel.
Creased?
The mailboat ain't coming for you, girlie.
The mail boat may never come, but I think I see the mail train approach it through yon tunnel.
I'm gonna run a train on you.
Mail train? Yay! Surely it bears to me a letter from my dear mother who abandoned me at this school for girls so long ago.
I like that spacey looking.
Dragon?
Those green lights going through.
Ha ha ha! 'Tis a dragon indeed. You have been fooled and burned.
Outstanding.
I know she didn't. I mean, I side with Gloria, but I'm just trying to empathize. I'm acting as her mother, trying to get into her head, you know. Talk to the critic or the Baxter. Bex.
Hey, you said that if Bonita performed, everything would be okay.
Okay, so I left out the part about the deadly phantom. I thought you'd chicken out.
Ma'am, I'm a psychonaut. Just show me how to get up to those catwalks he hides out in and...
Sorry, no way up there. Well, there was this one play. We would lower this prop hot air balloon down from the catwalks and then pull it back up again. If you find it, or any other play for crying out loud, just bring it to me and I'll run the actors through it. We're so desperate for new material around here.
Find the hot air balloon. Alright, what's this guy gonna say? Oh,
Can you
he
help me
probably
get
has
up
a
to the
script.
catwalk so I can fight that phantom?
Ah! Can't get them from here. I mean, unless you did that one particular play on that one particular set. Oh, but what am I saying? That's almost impossible. Forget about it. The theater is doomed.
Why are you so hard on Bonita? Can't say something nice, won't say anything at all. If you hate the show so much, why don't you just leave?
If you hate the show so much, why don't you just leave?
Oh, I can't stop looking at it. It's like the sight
Good
of
comeback.
a horrible car accident. A car accident where the victims can't act and the paramedics forget their lines.
All right, later, you old gas bag.
Listen, this play just stinks. Here, try this one instead. This play has some action in it, some zing.
Wow, thanks. Are you actually being nice?
No, I'm just trying to keep myself halfway entertained. Go, give that to Becky and see if she can't find some actors to ruin it.
Yeah, all that spittle coming out of him is a good way to make somebody seem really unlikable.
Hey, what's this? A new script?
The Baxter.
Night of Joy. Weird. Smells like popcorn and it doesn't say which set to play it on. Oh well, we'll just play it on whatever's on stage. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Here, you can be my first AD. Use the megaphone if you want to run the play again. Okay, new script everybody. Let's practice. And action.
Mother, tell me true of the dad I never knew. He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty
steed.
Wow. Daddy?
Change the mood on it. I know. So we can see every aspect of these plays. Climb the ladder can be some of the hardest things you ever do in old games. Getting on the ladder. Same thing with Fallout, trying to click the ladder. It had to be in a specific part of it, not the top rung, not the bottom rung, kind of in the middle-ish. Oh, this is going to be the sad version now of talking about how your dad left that you never knew? Oh, no play.
Becky, can we see the Night of Joy again?
Yeah, that one can use a little work.
Mother, tell me true of the dad I never knew. He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear? Yay! And for the record, not a bad kisser.
What? The plays and sets are a puzzle in and of themselves. Okay. Stop going in the hole. I defeated the dragon. Go on the stage. Oh, I see. Oh. There we go. Poof.
Can't get a good grip.
Okay. Let's hop on the ball and go a little further. The dragon is glowing. The day the mailboat finally came. We'll move the camera around, see where we are. Yeah.
Oh, another script? The day the mailboat finally came? Uh-oh.
Prop department, I'm gonna need a boat on stage right away.
Okay, people. Places, everyone. And action.
I say, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. I said, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. Huh. I wonder if the captain of the boat wants to get beat up. And maybe that's why he's taking so long to bring it on stage.
Somebody come help me drag this thing.
Drag? No way. Oh, look! The mailboat sank and everybody died. The end.
I like that.
Ah! It's so hot! Wow, I am feeling this! Wow! Ow!
They're all dead. We killed them all. Wonderful. Alright, now we can change the mood on that play. Wrong set. No boat. It's interesting that you still get like a reaction from it. So it seems like you're... Because like in a modern game, you would only progress forward and get another cutscene of people talking and doing something if you had done it the right way. Whereas this one lets you do something incorrectly and still get a reaction out of it. Still get some kind of progression, some story, lore, etc. So I'm guessing you have like the two different moods, the different sets. So one play can be run with different mood and set combinations.
Good boy. Good boy.
I probably have the megaphone. There it is.
Too rough.
Hey, what part are you playing?
Well,
Sing,
I have a lot
Birdie.
of walk-on bits. Oh, and sometimes I do the mailboat guy.
Hey, what
It's
part
slow.
are you...
Let's use the megaphone.
Well, I have a lot of walk-on bits. Oh,
Mailboat.
and sometimes I do the mailboat guy. It's a small part,
But I might need to set the...
Yeah, that
I guess change the set.
here.
I said,
So even with the different mood, it's not changing anything.
I wonder what is taking the mailboat.
Although they seem
so
happier now.
long
Even though I
to
thought this
get
is the
here
sad
and clearly
setting.
declared that I have seen it approaching.
We can't find the wheels for the boat.
We're supposed to have water for the boat to float on. I swear, I can't work like this. Seriously, I'm calling my agent.
So with their huge mouths and tongues sort of screwed up in this way that they're constantly doing like the big operatic yell, I guess that's the whole point of them. This is the happy setting. Ah, that makes sense. I think the weird green psychedelia makes it look like the sad weird one. Alright, change the set. Bring out the boat. This dog keeps following me around. I guess that's what dogs do.
Yep.
How many sets are there? Okay, there's the grassy green fields. And the water one. Okay. Seems pretty simple. Supposed to be water to float on. Let's do it.
Yeah, that...
I say! Ah, 'twas never a vessel more beautiful and resplendified!
Are you Miss Gloria von Guten?
Yes!
Well, then these bags and bags of lavender-scented fan mail must be for your beautiful self.
Yay!
Yay. Stella loves lavender.
Ow, ow, ow! Too rough! Ow! Too rough!
Alright, now we see with a different mood. I'm one step ahead of you, sucker. Just barely ahead of you on the YouTube delay, the YouTube latency. There we go. That's some darkness. That's some evilness. Megaphone.
Becky, can you hear me?
Must be out of range.
Thanks, Jerome. I just grabbed a razor and used a couple guards. It's a bit sloppy in the back. I can get Stella to fix it up for me. You missed. Die! Things cannot be stopped. Becky.
Yeah, that...
How you doing, Jerome?
I say! I believe I do see the mailboat approaching! Ah, 'twas never a vessel more beautiful and resplendified!
Sorry, no mail for you, ugly girl.
Oh.
In your face, fatty.
Yeah, this is so far this is the most like obnoxious, over the top cartoony world that's constantly being a parody of itself, where your favorite things to watch are these animated obnoxious parodies of other things. Okay, great job, Becky.
Aw.
Okay, put that away. So your wife just goes with just a 1 and zips you down? I think I started with like a 4, did around the back, and then like a 3, and then kind of a 2. And yeah, tried to leave it a little longer and have like a gradual kind of fade. Use the set and play to get up the stage. Gotcha. Okay, oh yeah, because now we've got a boat to float on. The boat can float. Ah, he's so slow. Gonna be bald in about a year? You know? You have this.
Tell me, my shady manager and rumored
Get
lover,
the countdown?
must I truly ship my only daughter Gloria off to Hagatha Homeschool for Girls?
Yes, and immediately, before she ruins our career. I mean your career.
No! Never shall I go! We're Worry not, baby daughter, for I every day shall write to you.
Yes, and I shall mail the letters myself, personally. Ha ha! Ow! Ow!
Oh, it's a given. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, as I get older, it's receding and stuff. I think I still have enough to keep it. Though I'm prepared that, you know, who knows, maybe 4 or 5 years, I'll just have to zip it all off and go real short. I don't want to be one of those people that, like, hangs on to really long hair in certain spots all around your head around. I think it looks ridiculous.
Goodbye, my previously dear mother. I flee now to Europe to escape your insane jealousy over my amazing career.
Good riddance.
Please do not leave me, Gloria, my daughter. Go now, and I shall do something unto myself both drastic and traumatizing to you emotionally. Care I do not, for you sicken me with disgust. Adieu, ma mère, adieu.
It's the second time we've had the unnecessary French. I guess it's just something that actor people will do in the critic to sound a little more superior. Add a little je ne sais quoi.
Excuse me, Mr. Rolls?
You've tasted excellence, and now you're back, begging for another bowl of quality theater?
Not really, but I think that if I find a play that moves the props around in just the right way, I can use them to get up to the catwalks and fight the Phantom.
Well, unfortunately for you, that's the last script I'll waste on this theater. I'm saving the rest for Broadway. Just dig around the sets. I'm sure you'll find some horrible scripts in there. Oh, except do not do that, because they certainly would not help you get to the catwalks, which are very dangerous anyway, so give up.
Sounds like he's the Phantom. Trying to keep me. What did he say? Dig around the sets to find more scripts? Dig around the sets. There's a script. Ah, you're dead. Oh, puts me up here anyway. Okay. Goodbye, Hagava home. Can you bounce? There we go. Okay. Here's a script.
Hey, I think this is the one with the...
Hey, props, is that hot air balloon still working?
That's what we need.
Let's hustle, people. It's
Yeah,
showtime.
I got the
That
I
means
got
you
the
too, kid.
system
You
now,
gotta
Prince.
hustle onto that balloon if you want to get up to the catwalks. And action.
Sigh! When will my mother ever come take me home from this horrible school for girls? Do not worry, for I believe I see them floating here now in a magical balloon.
Hey,
What?
there's no magic cloud in this set.
Oh.
Rats. Well, let's just run around happily and maybe no one will notice.
Okay. Now we gotta watch another movie. Then we gotta change the set. The acting like a bad actor thing.
Yep.
I always find really annoying, especially when it goes on and on and on. I am acting bad in this thing. Why do they have to be bad actors? She's an actor. Guess because in her psyche she feels bad about herself. She feels she has the imposter syndrome. Yeah. Switch the moods up. Watch the play. Blippity ploppity ploppity. You're married and you have a kid in Stardew Valley. Woo! Nice band. Yeah, so you and your wife are playing Stardew on different accounts, different setups. That's cool.
Ever come take me home from this horrible school for girls? Do not worry, for I believe I see them floating here now in a magical balloon. Hey, cue the magical balloon, moron!
Hey, there's no magical balloon on this set, but that won't stop me from jumping down there and kicking your ass. So watch it.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people attacking you. Yeah, because now I've got to warp around, avoid all this stuff, get up here, swap the set. So many more figments I could be getting. She plays on the Xbox, I play on the Switch. Wish we could play together. So you would need 2 of the console to play together, right? Time to buy yourself another Switch. Then you got one for your portable. Then you got a Switch for on the go, and then you got a Switch on the TV, and you guys can play on them both. Co-op. Co-op-a-doo-bop-a-dop-bop-bang.
I see them floating here now in a magical balloon. Hey, cue the magical balloon, moron!
Hey, there's no magical balloon on this set.
Did I not do the right set? Thought I changed the set. Maybe a third set? Yeah, that'd be... Co-op Stardew would be awesome because you can get so much more going on, right? The Maypole set. Right? I don't know if there's like different warp entrances or different set entrances or if you just cycle through them. It's just the Maypole set? I don't know.
Good boy.
It's so hot! Wow, I am hating this!
Yeah, that would...
Oh, sigh! Whatever is wrong, little girl? Well, my family has left me alone in a bad, bad place for many years, and I don't know if they will ever come back for me. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure they'll come for you, and you'll never have to think of that bad place again, ever. Hey, you're right.
Here they are. It's exciting. Big watermelon with a raft underneath it. Yes. Big fat whoopee cushion on top.
Hello, my
Big fat
dear
Whoopi Goldberg
beloved
cushion.
daughter. We have come back for you. Please come with us and be happy and never think of this terrible, terrible place again.
Yay! The end.
Time to change the mood so we can see it slightly different. Alright, now if you could just change your pants and smile while you put them on. Now change your shirt and frown. Okay, now put the pants back on, change your shirt, but I need you to smile and then frown at the same time. End on a happy note. You love their bad performances? Oh, I don't. I find that so obnoxious. It's pretty one note for me.
Yeah, that...
Sigh! When will my mother ever come take me home from this horrible school for girls? Do not worry, for I believe I see them floating here now in a magical balloon.
Hey!
What?
There's no magic cloud in this set.
Rats. Well, let's...
Saw that one. I guess I have to change the mood. Yes. Frappity, frappity, frappity. I mean, the strength of this game, though, is that, like, the animation and the unique tone of it. What they're able to do to create this sort of mix of, like, Pixar and alternative animation and turn it into a pretty unique platformer. Different abilities, collectibles. It's pretty smart. You must do the jump. Oh, I need to swap around. Maybe with triangle. There we go. You just hold it and it goes. You don't have to time it and go left and right. Beware the cows. Not all milk is enriched. Yeehaw. Oof. Yes. I like the animation of those figments too. They're like really exaggerated, extremist drawing, kind of really demented. Ride the balloon up to the catwalk. I love the boogie. They do a good job of telling you what you need to do. You know, for games of this time, that was a big problem. Especially platform games that... This almost seems like something you would... The type of game you'd make for a license. Like if you did make a video game port of a... Not a port, but a licensed video game.
You are not welcome.
You know what I mean? Like if you made like a Toy Story game. This is pretty similar to what you would do, probably. Lots of collectibles. Kind of like a Lego game. Like a game for kids based on a childish property. But this is like that, but with intense themes of depression, tragic pasts, abuse, physical and mental and emotional. It's pretty strange.
I am the Phantom.
And it kind of makes sense, like, for me and the PS2, I started playing video games on the NES when I was really young, you know, like 6 or 7 years old, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo around like 10, PS1 in my teenage years, and then when this came out, I would be an adult. You know, just becoming an adult. So you're playing with the play style and the animation of something for a child, but dealing with adult themes. I wonder if it's just, like, if I'm in a generation...
Look out!
Like, does everybody feel that about their generation? Like, when I think about games and kind of like wrestling and stuff in different media, I guess you just find things that are for your age. But like when you know, like I explained with games, it almost seems like they grew up with me, and then maybe the cycle just starts over again. SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom, Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I am the Phantom.
Yes, I know. I knew you were the Phantom. I knew it. Okay. Don't get sandbags dropped on you. That must come from, like, that must have actually been people that were getting hit by sandbags, you know? And killed.
You are not welcome here.
You feel the art style isn't age specific? Anything can be enjoyed regardless of age, and even things designed for younger audience have moments for adults in them. I would say that the entire cast being children, and the obnoxious the way we're all talking like this, and all the characters, to me, definitely is aimed at kids. every hero in this game is like 7 years old or 9 years old. That's where I'm getting that from. Look, the villain is the adult.
Watch your step.
Watch your step. And it's almost this like child trauma. Do I just time it, maybe? No. Watch your step. Maybe I need him to, like, sabotage himself. Maybe I just need to bounce my way up there. Smack him.
You are not welcome here.
Alright, these things are moving around.
My sanctuary.
Maybe I just need to jump up and hit the guy. Oh, crapolas. I think it's supposed to be contrasting the childishness of the actors versus the traumatic experiences to create a sense of eeriness. It definitely does do that. Yeah. I think it's something that, yeah, I mean, and definitely, like, almost every movie or show, things that are aimed at kids. Maybe we just need to melt them with that thing. Will have adult jokes.
You are not welcome here.
I hit him at one point. I don't know how you aim better.
My sanctuary.
Like this.
Come no closer, or it will be the last thing you do.
I think these seem to be moving.
I am the Phantom.
There we go. Ah, and I fell.
Just like Gloria's mother.
Oh, okay. That was it. You said to jump up and hit him? Maybe? No. Ah. Oh, man. How far back am I going to have to go?
You can walk away from the stage, young man, but show business will always be a part of you.
Alright, Psycho Portal. Don't underestimate kids' shows. Avatar, for example, deals with war, genocide, loss, and child abuse.
Boo will do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's... I mean, I agree that they can deal with these themes. It's more of, I guess it's the way that they're presented and the way that it's being communicated, right? Okay, oh, we start off here. Fantastic. That could have been terrible. Yeah, it's like the way it's being communicated, whether in like the tone, the language, level of obnoxiousness. I guess my point... Oh, shoot. My point was more of, do you feel like games have been... A lot of different games have been growing with, like, a certain audience of people, like certain ages? Or do you think we just tend to find the things that work for us at those ages? You know? Oh, boy. Gotta watch out for that. Because I would assume, like, on the NES, like, okay, there are... Just take the NES, for example. I mean, Mario was pretty universal, but it was accessible enough for a kid with simple controls and a fairly friendly, you know, non-bloody, not really that violent atmosphere, but worked for adults too, just because of the pure challenge of the later levels. Zelda 2. I guess, yeah, there's something for everyone on all these consoles. But for me growing up, it did feel like, you know, video games were considered for kids for quite a while. Until around I mean, there were still adults playing them for sure. But it seemed like they didn't get their due until maybe PlayStation 1 for all ages. And then, you know, that's when I was a teenager. So as I was growing up, it seemed like they were reaching older audiences. Compared across cultural boundaries, how much is our culture's preconceived notion of what adults and kids do? True. I think we tend to have like an extended adolescence. You know what I found is when I went to the States, and I was watch out below. Yeah, I went to the States and like, oh my god, that is really hard to avoid. They just kind of fall everywhere. Do you have to stay in this thing so you're safe? Maybe. No. Doesn't protect you. It just always is hitting you. Visibility? Yeah, maybe. There we go. The evil old teacher accountants. I think games you grow with their audience, so everyone aimed at a certain age group. Once the original audience grows, they put things only they would understand. Right. You say kid shows these days have a trend of having the first season be very upbeat, lighthearted, and after that becomes progressively darker. You are not welcome here. I mean, when I think of oh wait, don't get chopped up. This is my when I think of the cartoons, I kind of grew up. Actually, if I look at, say, wrestling as... So when it had its first big boom in the mid-'80s, it was very child-friendly. You know, with big, like, colorful... Actually, it was kind of a mix where it was like... You know, the adults, because they were combining MTV, Cyndi Lauper, Hogan. Hogan was kind of for the kids. We had Roddy Piper, was more of like... appealed to the adults. Kind of hating on the pop culture of the time. Hogan defending people like Cyndi Lauper and the singers and MTV, the rock music. And then when I got into it, it was very, very geared at children. Big, colorful superheroes like the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. And even things that were kind of like very fictional. Hey, Mom. Oh, the extended adolescence? Yeah. They are called censors. Hey, Mom, how are you doing? Yeah, and it was very much aimed at kids, and then as I became a teenager, it became this boom period where you could be more grown up and very, very teenaged. You know? It's like women, boobs, violence, adolescent humor. And then, as I kind of grew out of it, they went for a bit more of an adult theme, and then they went back to, like, appealing to kids again. Where now the adult fans that grew up with it are constantly frustrated because they think there's nothing for them, but it's just because there's a cycle of it. Adam's doing awesome. He was asking about finding the live stream music on YouTube. Well, does he know my name? Does my brother know my name? He just types in my name on YouTube and it'll be there. I don't know how what's harder or easier this could possibly be. I think he just dug up like years of tech support annoyance. How do I find it? Gee, I don't know. Uh-oh. What's this? A tag. The extended adolescence of Look out below. I mean, in times past. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. Gotta run. In times past, I mean, people would be like 16, you know, I'm sure in like certain tribes around the world or way long ago, you could be like 16 and you have pretty serious responsibilities, right? No. You'd have really serious responsibilities, right? Like, actually, somebody was even telling me they were way out in the middle of India somewhere, and they walked for like 3 days up into the mountains, and they found some kid, like 6 years old. And I don't know which way to go now. Anyways, this kid was like was just making some rice, had made a fire, and was cooking up some rice. and it was their job to look after the sheep for, 3 or 4 days. And now I was walking with kids aged like, I don't know, 9, 8, and 3 or something. And you're constantly keeping them in your sight. Oh, don't go near the road. Oh, don't get out of my sight. You might die. And maybe that's not really... That's a necessity people have, having a 5-year-old 10 flocks of sheep, but it is what they do. And it obviously has been a positive enough result, or at least a desperate enough result, that they do it. Whereas now you have people that'll like graduate. I mean, kids shouldn't have to work like that at that age. No. I did a skip? Maybe. That'd be good. I'm going backwards? Fuck's sakes. Where am I going? Yeah, I don't think kids should have to work at that age, but they do because they need to survive. Alright, wait till I'm fully extending.
In theater, it's a long way to the bottom.
That's kind of a pun. Doesn't really make any sense. I'm going the wrong way? I don't know which way is the right way. Seems to be facing me here. Maybe I need to go over there. Look at these people. That's where you came from, you dummy. Put that tag in your mouth and be happy for it. Go to the other side. Are you saying I shouldn't keep trying the thing that is punishing me with death and failure? Oh my god! Look at all these evil. Blast them all. Blast them all, kid. Punch the vault. So yeah, then when I went down to the States, I'd found that these people that were... Maybe because it takes a couple of years longer for you to drink. You have to be 21 as opposed to 19. They kind of seemed a few years younger to me. Glorious follows her signs on everything. Gloria von Guten. Oh my god, all these people are so happy. Take her picture. Explode these cameras at her. Oh no, what? What? What did she see? A letter? Mother, suicide. Oh. Oh, what? What's she on stage doing in her dressing room? Split personality. Okay. Because alcohol speeds up the aging process? I mean, it does, but it does kind of seem like if you're not drinking and doing those kind of things, you have maybe like less responsibility in a way. It does kind of. I mean, I got a friend that when she was 15 or 16, she had started hanging out with me and my friends when we were like 19. And I remember me and, one other guy said, this girl seems kind of young to be hanging around, but all right, she seems fine and staying safe. Was she that young? Oh my god, like maybe 16 or something. But she just went through life at a fast rate, had done a lot of partying, met some people, some good people, some dangerous people. Went bankrupt at like 20 or something, 21. And then went to school, now has kids, is married.
I see you down there.
No, I'm not saying like just the act of drinking alcohol is not going to make you more responsible. But I think it does bring you in a sense of like you are leading this separate life that you have to be responsible for. Where you might need to hide that from your parents at a certain time. Or you need to do something where you're putting yourself almost in a slight bit of danger and having different experiences that way. Whereas these people that I had met, I don't know if they seemed like they were still in like an adolescence state, younger state. They seem more naive. Yeah, I don't think it's not a magic potion that gives that to you, but you are making responsible decisions where you have to decide, you know, how much is too much. You could literally die from it, right? You need to, although it's not likely, but other than like, not even just alcohol poisoning, but to the point of like,
This is my sanctuary.
seem to be stuck. Nice. Forget which way to go. This level's pretty annoying.
But it will be the last thing you do.
I can't remember which way's which. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're talking about two totally different things, Prince. I think you're talking about like the responsibility of having self-discipline to not consume something that will physically deteriorate your body and your nerves and your brain, is what you're talking about. I'm talking about more like the philosophical side of it, and how does making those kind of decisions affect you in your experience. I cannot tell if that's the right way to go, or if this is the right way to go. Yeah, I think so, Horky. Like that. Drinking early is associated with being more risky, and I'm not saying it makes people smarter or more mature, but it's kind of like when you talk to somebody who's from a country that's seen war. That's a much more extreme example. But they are hardened in a way that's they are less naive to things. They have a hardened look in their eyes, and the way that they approach things. What they believe, you know? Like, you talk to somebody that grew up... You talk to a kid that spent their whole life in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, you know, like middle America, in a very safe place, in a very safe neighborhood. And then you think about a person that grew up in Mexico City. All right? And has had to, at a much younger age, learn about so many more dangers. And has probably seen a lot of dangerous things, too. Can I melt this thing? So, I think it's with that. Yeah, I think that's where our impasse is coming, where you're thinking that I'm saying, like, if you drink alcohol, you're magically more mature.
You
But
are not welcome.
it can lead to putting people into situations that can give them a different experience. Also, these people that I was talking about that had down in the States, they were all incredibly religious too, and it felt like our philosophical perspective was quite different. Oh boy, I wish this thing had a map. The catwalks. Out of map range.
I am the Phantom.
You are the Phantom, that's right. You think you just want to go higher. He's laughing. Could be a good sign. Unless he's laughing at my progress. Oh, so maybe I can go invisible through these things. Oh, son of a bitch! This is one of those games where you need to press jump a few milliseconds before you get to the end of something. Before you get to the end of the platform. You cannot... Because there's a game developer trick where even if the player has pushed the character... where even if the player has pushed the character past the platform and should fail at jumping, it's like a little tweak they do in a lot of games to sort of, you know that the player, what their intent was, even if they were a few milliseconds late on the reflex of pushing it, they let that slide. That's what they do in a lot of games. Not so much in this one. Being put in a dangerous situation isn't exactly something you deem positive, but choosing to learn from it is. Well, that's it. I mean, it's like when they talk about nature versus nurture. it's obviously not as easy and as black and white as choosing between one or the other. I think it's definitely both. Experiences will change you. That's the nurture. Your experiences, whatever they are, where, like Prince says, where you grow up or your parents, that will change you. But your human nature will dictate how you are changed by that. So your nature dictates how the nurturing works. This is good. Yeah, good or bad or positive or negative, it just is. People split up and learn different things. I remember when the first time I went to England, and I mean, my perception of somebody that I'd met was still so colored by high school of like who's cool and who's not, and like a social standing thing, which in a sense still happens. But you know, because charisma and how you interact with people interpersonally is important. You know, people with charisma and there's like a certain sense of like leadership that people can exude and make things happen. Like Stella has a very powerful personality, and I've seen her where she even had my stepmom, who's normally one of the stronger personalities in the room, worried about what Stella might think when they're doing a task, you know, worried to like mess it up. And that only comes from their chemical reactions and being around each other. It's pretty interesting. Seems why, like, a lot of times opposites attract, because really dominant personalities can repel each other because they both want to be super dominant, right? These are really annoying. I don't understand. I guess I'm supposed to just speedily run away from them. What's this?
Looks like it needs a candle to work.
A candle? How about that? Right. Oh, yeah. And then, oh, there's the candle. Ooh,
How dare you violate the sanctuary of the Phantom? Stop, or your next step will be your last.
Growing up in a dangerous area country can cause you to have a warped perception of the world or what a healthy normal is. Yeah, it's right. It can be. But that normal is still a normal for other people that have grown up in those kind of situations. So even though it may be not ideal or the minority of people experiencing it, it's still a normal for some people. Pyrokinesis.
Cruel sunlight. Anything but that.
He dabs.
No, treacherous child. You shall pay for anger. The Phantom.
Yeah, whatever. Now just stay put so I can come punch and unmask you.
Oh, how do I nail this guy? Can I shoot him? There you go. Just shoot him. I need health. I need to be real careful. My mom is listening, as she is a good listener. She's a good listener. She will listen. I love the nightlife. I love the boogie. Alright, we need to find, I'm thinking, levitation. Ooh, yes. Just barely made it. I could use some health. I got a figment for my troubles. Cutscene mania. Cutscene reward.
Okay, Phantom. It's time to find out who you really are. What?
It's not a very smart character, eh?
I totally guessed that.
Nuh-uh, you said it was Becky.
Okay, the jig is up, Phantom.
What? Why, I never! How dare you accuse me of being the rugged and romantic scoundrel that has thrilled and terrified audiences for years?
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's so agile and limber and thin. He could never be you.
Why, you? Of course it's me!
Well, it's time to hang up the cape, Tubbs, because your days of terrorizing the theater as the Phantom are over.
Maybe as the Phantom, but he's nothing compared to the full destructive force of an angry critic!
How can I say this and still sound cool? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me?
Well then, how about these?
Ooh. Gonna fight the Phantom.
Ho, ho, ho!
Okay, I can move a little faster, I guess. Yes.
Your fighting is weak, uninspired, and flat as a pen.
Grab the candle, then float up. Yeah, I feel a lot of times, Mum, I'm similar to that, where I like to observe the situation before I like to put myself out there for other people. And a lot of times being around a lot of people can kind of drain my energy. I need to be alone for a while to get that energy back up. But then when it comes to like when I know that I need to be performing, it's easy for me to be fairly extroverted, but it's not something that I naturally want to do, especially with I don't really like a lot of attention unless it is required for, you know, singing or something like this. Sometimes when I'm singing or doing something like this, in my head I can see myself and I'm like, this is so strange that I'm being really loud, rhythmically emotional for the enjoyment of the situation around me. Grab a candle and then float up.
The crowd would have been disgusted had they managed to stay awake. Just plain bad.
Float up?
The crowd would have been disgusted had they managed to stay awake. Ha! Ah! Ha ha! Reinforced.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's float on the music. Okay. Well, no, of course, Prince. Like, and that's the sad thing about abuse is that generally, or usually, it's common for people to be abused, and then that becomes their perception of what a normal is. You know, that's the worst situation possible. Oh. Come on, baby, light these things. Can't get me like this, can you?
No, your technique is bland yet irritating. Ah, that light! I'll give you all good write-ups in the review if you kill that kid with the goggles! Ow, man!
Oh boy, they got me in the fire. Oh my god. These guys are dangerous.
Ah, nuts.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You'll pay for that one, brat! Ow! A terrible fighter. Not up to the task.
Oh no, I gotta pop up there again. Okay, float on the music. Let the music take you higher. Oh crap. Kip up. That's what they
You
call
can
it.
walk away from the stage, young man, but show. If you don't like the performance...
Do you feel like you've gotten less shy in your life, Mom, over time? Because I wouldn't think of you as a shy person. I think you're, you say what's on your mind at all times. Oftentimes with very little filter. Just flies right out.
Okay, Phantom. It's time to find out who...
Alright. I got one candle and I took it up there. So maybe I need to light those other ones with other candles or with the same candle. I don't know. Obviously he gets stunned, you go down and you take him out. It's kind of hard to see the angle of when these things are coming at you. He's firing critiques at you. These games can be so clumsy. Yeah, that's it, man. It's the game's fault, sure. Maybe you're just weak, uninspired, flat as a pancake. Oh, L1 is target. Cool.
Reinforced balcony. A must.
Oh my god. Float. You keep grabbing candles from downstairs to go to a place and light them. Okay. Okay. Tedious indeed. Oh, son of a bitch.
Not good enough.
I guess I have to be dodging these things as I'm floating up while staying in the float wind, going left and right, dodging when he shoots. Sure. Okay. Grab the candle, press the triangle.
Now, how can I light that candle?
Candle in there. Pyrokinesis. Okay.
Had they managed to stick.
That light! Zigzag.
Good write-ups in the review if you killed that kid with the goggles.
Get away from the fire. Oh my god. Really hard to avoid those guys.
Not so fast. You'll pay for that one, brat. Ow!
Oh, there's some health. Okay, grab another candle.
Your moves are derivative and mechanical.
Okay, no candle there. I guess he shoots from one side to the other.
Not good enough.
I see. Now from that one, from this one. Where is candle?
Is bland yet irritating.
Try again. Those fire guys really took a ton of my health away. Oh, look how many candles I have. 1, 2, 3 candles. Oh, there were 3. Just plain bad. Not a very creative review, is it? Kind of sounds like Mark Hamill's Joker. You could stay away and shoot at them. I'll try that. Here we go. Pop up, pop up.
A terrible fighter. Not up.
Okay. Pyrokinesis. Pop it on. Pop it on, Papa John.
Kill him. Get him.
Alright, let's deal with these guys. Shoot them.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
There we go. Just gotta deal with them properly.
Ow. You'll pay for that one, Spotlight. Take that, wretched regurgitator of the sun.
Philandrifical. Let's see. Let's go with levitation. I wonder if I can go invisible. Would that help?
Been disgusted.
I'm invisible. What are you gonna do now? You can't see me. That worked. You can use all your abilities. You're still invisible. That's cool.
Not good enough.
You think that, but you're wrong. Pyrokinesis.
No, your technique is horrible. Hot. Kill him before he gets over here.
That's what you'd like, isn't it? Let's go up and whack him. But don't get hit by the fire.
Ow!
There we go.
Another spotlight. I thought I got them all. I'll give you what I gave your brother over there, huh? How do you like that?
Alright, that's wrong.
Reinforced balcony.
Beautiful. Get some health.
Any critic.
Any fat critic.
There we go. Ooh, let's go invisible again. That worked really well.
The crowd would have been disgusted had they managed to stay away.
You can have all those abilities equipped at once to L2 and R2. Yeah, I was wondering. It seems like you go pyrokinesis. Oh, you just press R2 and it goes there. I could have invisibility on like L2. I need to float. Levitation. Meow, 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 meow.
Jasper really did a number on this spotlight. I'm gonna have to use another one.
Oh my god.
Your fighting is weak,
Put the fire on the... that one. Cool.
uninspired and flattened. Ugh, it's like my retinues are big. I'll give you all good write-ups in the review if you kill
So
that
why don't I
chick
just
with
go
the
invisible?
goggles.
I'm invisible. Can you still see me? There we go! Oh!
What's the matter? Can't you take a little criticism? Ow!
Ow, 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 ow. That's quite the death scene. Owie, 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 owie. Ooh.
And where would Gloria be without her muse?
Her inner sunshine.
The spirit of her youth. Played tonight, once again, by Bonita Soleil.
Whoa!
You better listen to me. You're no good. This place stinks. It's worse than ever before. Oh, I can't believe you call this theater. I can't even see it from down here, but I know it's bad. Can you hear me? Oh, you've got fat arms, you hear me? Big fat arms like a wrestler. A little turkey gobble hanging from your neck. Ugh, your knees are ugly. And you snort when you laugh.
What a world. Oh, what a world. I'm melting. So yeah, so like a
The
baby.
spotlight is all yours. I believe I shall happily retire while I'm still young.
Good for you.
Finally, recognition for my acting talents.
What about through this little door? Yeah, she's very dramatic. Eats a popcorn box. Well, Mum, she was an actor, an actress. Her whole life on the stage. Her whole life of pain. Go to the asylum. I guess let's try to use levitation. Yee, nope. Go inside the door where Gloria was. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I like that the ball lets you move faster, but you have less control. A pro and a con. A pro and a con. A James Con, who's a pro. Actor, that is. Talk to the small guy.
Excuse me, sir?
My name is Napoleon Bonaparte.
Oh, excuse me. Mr. Bonaparte.
Shh. I only think I'm Napoleon Bonaparte. Do not listen to the weakling. He denies his lineage because he fears it. You'll have to excuse me. I am busy losing a battle with my sanity here. For France! Why are you all working against me?
Little man.
Greetings, Dr. Loboto. Up to the secret laboratory then, is it? One moment. You're not Dr. Loboto. My eyes may be half gone, but I would recognize the mad doctor anywhere. He's got that stone-cold face a man doesn't easily forget. He wears a beastly smock, covered in thick straps like an electric chair. And in the place where his hand should be, there's nothing but a gleaming metal claw. So if I'm not mistaken, you're not Dr. Loboto. You don't pay my salary, so kindly back away from my elevator and die. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I like
Into
that guy too.
Napoleon's trap you have fallen.
Oh.
Behind you, General.
Find a claw. Find a
man,
lab.
where's my cannon? Did we lose a cannon?
Guy upstairs of the world you think I like? Yeah, the British guy's good. Very natural. More like natural conversation delivery of his lines.
What is up, eh?
That is the brain. You've got the brain. You put it in your backpack. Son of a bitch. Okay. Good.
Enfant de la patrie!
Wonder why those crows are cawing. You remember singing the French national anthem to your French kids while studying abroad? Got a kick out of that. While you were studying abroad, you had a family and some kids? Oh, your French friends. I don't know why I read that as kids. I think it's because that guy said enfant, which means kids.
We are on our way back to town.
I did. Weird, eh? And I guess that I maybe felt in my mind you were more of like an au pair or something. You know? Find the claw. Strange. Kind of like a Mandela effect.
How Chloe sneezed this one through that helmet, we'll never know.
Delicious brains.
I hear you.
I have the claw. It's the award. Okay. It looks very clawish. Cool.
Greetings, Dr. Loboto. If I may say so, your claw is looking especially menacing today. One moment. If you're Dr. Loboto, what happened to your face? Where's your strappy jacket? You inmates are getting ever more clever, but you still can't fool old Crispin Whitehead. I'm an orderly, you know. I am not an imposter. Good day.
Imposter.
Stop dying! Get up and stop dying!
He sort of sounds like Eric Idle.
Look at him.
Solace. Wrench.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite sad. How you doing, Solace and Teddy Boy?
Do the other thing!
Okay. So, you can't have two items equipped at once. So, what would that mean? He said I need a strappy... I need a straitjacket? Something like this. What do those little red guys do? The blue ones get your health back? Maybe they give you nothing. Maybe they give you magical energy. That's probably what it is. Some mana for your troubles.
Just because I can't see you doesn't mean I'm not watching.
What's up there? Looks like something. You get the items from the worlds. Okay. You get the items from the worlds. First I want this card that I can see. When you ascended earlier and swung on that pole, you can flip around. That makes sense.
He used to be just an average loon. Didn't embarrass himself so much. Now
Swing
he's
the
all
other direction.
kilter
Yeah,
and
you press
chilter.
triangle. Flip around. I do remember that from the last section we were in.
I used to play that little war game with him back when it was just a game to him.
Reminds me of Shutter Island. You ever see that one? Scorsese. DiCaprio. Not a bad movie. Mark Ruffalo. There's a nice twist at the end. It'd be interesting to watch it again and see if it was actually quite easy to see the twist coming. Alright, let's go to where these poles are, where Horky said you can twist in another direction. But I keep getting lured by that thing. Look at this pole. No! Climb it. Climate and change. Kids of the Patrie. What do you do? A brain.
Better give Maloof's brain to Mikhail ASAP.
Maloof. Maloof. Your brain on the roof. Manushka. Alright, so we need to get back up to the point where there was the room is right there. There's a line leading to it.
Ah, good move, mate.
A line.
Into Napoleon's trap you have fallen.
There's a line. It's right there. Here's a room. Very colorful.
What you painting there?
That is my patron, my psychiatrist, my warden.
Looks like Dr. Lobato to me. Is he the one who chained you up?
The doctor won't let me go until I complete my treatment.
So why don't you just finish the painting and go home?
Why don't I just...
Wow. See? Sometimes you just have to... Huh. You paint a bullfight over the doctor's face. Why a bullfight? Huh? Huh? Edgar, why do you...
Every time it is the same. The matador, the bull. How I despise you both. But my hands won't let...
I didn't mean to skip that. The controller fell. And when a button was pressed, the cutscene said, skip! A purple line. I like the colors and the styling.
Great. Now what am I supposed to do? It's not like I can reach a regular restroom when I am all chained up like this.
I can make a side challenge marker. Good. It's got a black light going on in here. Alright, so I guess I go mind with a door. Okay.
What is this? Are you working on an abstract piece? Nice use of color.
I think they really took the art in the Skies Room pretty seriously. Like, if you're telling people that are art animators on a game, they probably took this as an opportunity to show that, you know, they are quite artistic, even if a lot of times they just have to animate fart jokes in video games.
Not high enough to reach the sky and free her from her prison.
Who is she?
I only know that she is beautiful, perfect, and sad. All day she cries rose-petal tears, and I can do nothing to help her because my creation lacks something, and it will not stand against the bull.
What bull?
El Odio.
Wow. High heels on the bull.
Somewhere along the way, I feel that I lost something important, but I do not know.
I think it's your queens. You want me to go look for them?
Bring me any cards you find. I must complete this tower.
Yes.
Oh my God, are you all right? Poor little guy. Little nick on the frame. Maybe I can cover that up with a price tag or something.
Wow, this world seems pretty well realized. Has like a lot of nice detail on it, and you don't normally see characters like this. Well, we saw the dog on the last world, but now him to look like more of a mature person. They're all kind of wearing high heel hooves. All right, he's a matador. Wonderful. I don't like matadors. I like when the bull wins and kills the matador. Getting an Animal Crossing vibe? Animal cross-dressers.
Hey, have you seen any really big playing cards around here?
Now that takes me back. Poker night with the guys. Man, I miss those dogs.
Uh-huh. So the cards, you know where they are?
Oh, right. Well, I do know about these 4 lost queens, but that's all. Can't do much with 4 queens, can you?
I can think of 4 things to do with them.
Those are exactly the cards I need. Where are they?
Forget about it. They're guarded by some pretty nasty characters. Not to mention El Odio. You're better off just hanging out here and turning your head just a teensy bit to the left.
Where did you say?
Forget about it. They're guarded by...
I think I hate that bull.
Oh, trust me. You'll hate him even more as time goes by. When he first trapped me in this alley, I thought he was only mildly annoying.
What do you mean, trapped? Are you a prisoner of art just like Edgar?
I'm a prisoner of that stupid bull. I don't want to get gored, so I hide out in the alley like a low-down dog.
What do I like Matador's death? You aware of what happens in a bullfight? They wear the bull out and wear it out and stab it and wear it out until it's exhausted and dying, and then they murder it. And they like do other things to abuse the bulls. It's not real. It's usually not that dangerous for the matador. Sometimes they like drug them up and yeah, they slowly torture them to death so they can look flashy in front of people. And then every once in a while, the bull gets lucky, kills the matador, or they get gored. And then if they do get gored, people run in and help them. So it wasn't even a fair contest against them. I think it's a ridiculous old archaic tradition that even like a person fighting an animal could be heroic. I mean, if you had to protect someone from a bear attacking you, or like a wolf or something, a predator, or if you had to kill something to like feed people, sure. But it's just like carrying it on as a tradition for people to watch. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm all talk to. I don't know if I'd want to watch somebody get gored in real life, but I do think it's funny when I see the matadors get hit. And I hope they get the horn right up their ass, and that it prevents them from ever reproducing again to pass on the gene that would enjoy that. I just hope it rips their balls off.
Hey, how'd you get out of this alley?
We're trapped in here, son. Art is our only escape.
Is that like a metaphor, or do you mean that if I take one of these paintings, I can use it to get out of here?
If you take one of these paintings, I'll bite you on the leg. If you buy one, it could help you get up there. Magic.
How much are they?
Okay, promise me you won't take this the wrong way. But you are a dog.
Yeah, but I'm a saber dog, man. I should be up in the highlands above the tree line, take a brandy around my friggin' neck, seeing the world, and finding more things to paint than this junk. Which is all for sale, by the way.
Okay,
Well, see ya. Keep off the street now.
Metaphor for society in there somewhere? Which part? What's going on in this game, or just matadors and bullfights in general?
Enjoy
5.
your new art there.
Okay. And then what? I put this here.
Well,
And then I guess the different paintings they hang, different things happen. You got a rose. Use the rose to what? Complete your costume.
enjoy your
maybe?
new art there.
I really like the style that they did here. It looks great.
nice! Now I can get Edgar's cards.
There's a whole room to explore in here. Yeah, that's sort of like the neon black light, crazy colors, very like late 90s, early 2000. Wearing down the bowl and other stuff. Oh, wearing it down, drugging it up, slowly killing it. Sometimes the bull gets that dying revenge. Sometimes. Yeah, you start off as a kid, full of joy, full of life, full of happiness. Naivety to the cruelties of the world. As you grow older, you can lose that spark, care less and less. But every once in a while, somebody will break through. Inspire the world with their own hope. Yeah, no, that is the more, like usual, Prince, you've said the more mature way. Whereas I've just spouted off something that comes from quick reflex. Almost as if I came up with the idea really fast, while distracted by something, perhaps a video game. You think it's better to hope that they'll see what they're doing is wrong and change their ways, also make more people aware so it becomes illegal to treat animals like that where it's illegal. Yeah, but then watching somebody die, that might work really fast. You know? I think it would. Dum 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 dum. Bum 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 bum. Talking while you play is not 80s. In the 80s, they did this. They paused and looked to the camera. Oh, I got gored. My mom's boyfriend's name is Gord. The bullfighter. Ooh, pina coladas.
I need the steamer trunk tag for this. Help! Let me in!
It's like Bloodborne. They won't let you in. Here's a pole to climb. So I gotta find 3 queen cards. And steamer tag trunks.
I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy.
Steamer trunk tag. Poppity poppity woppity. Oh, they changed the color of my little floppity boppity Float ball, too. That's pretty cool. Visually cohesive. Maybe over there. Yes. Oh, wonderful. One way, one way, one way. Watch people die doesn't really stop people. They need to have an understanding of why something is bad to actually stop doing it. Without it, it would be meaningless. Yeah. There's a psychology thing that had come out where people were saying that the number one way to try to change people's mind is the first thing you have to do is agree with them. Because people will generally fight to have their opinion and are very reluctant to agree with something that isn't direct. They want to have their opinion validated first, even if they know deep down they're wrong. You need to at least in the strategy, validate it in some way before bringing them over to your side. Things. I know I can be like that, where it can be very hard to do something that isn't initially my idea when I'm coming up. I know that my mom said she did that to get my dad to buy me a video game system. I had to make him think it was his idea. Sometimes I do that with Stella, actually. I'll notice that if I say something, she'll be more reluctant to do it, but if I plant the seed and let her come to the conclusion of it, she's much more likely to. In that sense, I've noticed that in the last couple months, being around her more because we're home together quite a bit. I'm gonna be invisible. Go see the señorita. I see. Go invisible. Maybe I need speed. Levitation. I got the tag. You think you've done that to me? Probably. Probably. Horky, you're a pretty smart guy. It's the I guess it's just part of human nature, right? You can use a lady to avoid the bull. Yeah, that's true. I did get in there. I feel like I'm getting more so like that in the last couple of months. I think I need to maybe refresh my mental state, where I'm getting to a point where I'm what is it? I'm kind of like rejecting things right away, almost looking to prove them wrong. I don't feel very open lately. And that's a bad thing. I just need to, people get more stubborn as they age? Yeah, possibly. Get older and you it's easy to not want to learn as much anymore. You've figured out enough, and, you know, like when I was younger, wanted to know more people, was more interested in people. As I get older, I realize I only have enough time and energy to deal with so many people, so I don't necessarily go out of my way to like meet a lot. And you kind of feel like I know this kind of, you can kind of feel like, oh, I know this kind of person already, you know. Going in, you get like a sense of people. You like, what do they say? There's like 32 personality types, so you go, okay, I've got enough of yours, or I know how this is gonna go. And I think in some ways that can be cynical, and I think in other ways that can be just a sense of like knowing the human race as you get older, you know. I mean, I do look at it as, okay, so I got one of these cards. Oh, and I go. It's an onerous task to convince your dad of anything. It's like it gets to the point where it's almost a trust thing. You won't trust it unless he was the one who discovered the answer. You never stop learning, and there's always a different perspective. Knowledge in of itself is a treasure. But see, that's the point. Like, when you say that there is no... What is this? Luchador! I like the design. Cool. Kill, tiger, kill! kill the tiger.
Wake up, little man.
Little man?
Time to go nighty-night.
Why is he Russian?
I am awake.
Good, because it is bedtime for you, snack size.
What are you talking about?
You will
Sounds more
fight
like
me for
Tigreski.
my card, yes?
A Russian
Well,
tiger.
I am looking for some cards.
Then, small fry, I am afraid the Sandman is going to have to bend way over to reach you because you are so awfully itty-bitty. And then...
All right, I get it. Just shut up and let's go.
I like that line.
Then I will shut up, but only so I can enjoy the microscopic spectacle of your attempts to make me shut up.
Yeah, I mean, well, like you're saying with Orange Cat. Okay, if we're always learning, but there's always a different perspective, and knowledge is a treasure. If there's, to me, if I'm thinking like, you get to the point where like, and what Horky was saying, if I can combine both of what you guys were saying, it does feel like there's always these different perspectives. Kind of like what's going on in the world with people saying, okay, we have the racism riots going on in the States. Oh, they're protests. Okay, yeah, and they're riots. Oh, and they're looting. Okay, well, there's different people doing that. Is it necessary? Is it not? It feels like there's so many different perspectives and different ways of looking at something. Like you just kind of have to accept that whatever you do, you can be criticized for it, and you just have to kind of try to do the best you can for what is right, and accept that you're going to make mistakes along the way, and just try to be avoiding the tiger pounce requires stumbling skills. Tiger pounce. Oh, that didn't work. Maybe I need to jump over him. Yeah, meditation and mindful practice. Sure. Complexity of issues is what makes them interesting. True, yeah. There was a guy, I got this friend, and he's got this guy that always comments on his stuff. So my friend is like fairly compassionate person, probably pretty liberal, you know, not a Trump fan, and trying to support people that he feels need help and support, right? And he's got this friend who's like always, so all of a sudden is looking up, hey, if Minneapolis is the place with these car problems, and they have a democratic governance, and you can see where this is going already. And in their history, they've really only had Democrats. Is this not like a Democrat issue too? And you're like, dude, get out of your house, off the internet, stop looking at stats for everything, and just realize that there's like a real human issue of it. And don't reduce it down to just Democrats, Republicans, I can look at my stats. But maybe that's just how this person interprets the world. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Dodge this shit. Just shoot him, just shoot him! Ah, not gonna work. I want to jump and fly. He wins! I kind of find it's a little bit diluted when you see people on Twitter, YouTube, and other social media address this stuff. If you're a psychopath, you know, there's really only one answer if you want to keep your brand in the positive light. Right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on people where the whole idea of actions speak louder than words is very true. Oh, absolutely. And just kind of knowing that, like, how come I can't hear anything? Can't hear the game. There we go. Okay, so, like, okay, you got these race things going on down in the States. This is a long, difficult issue. How do I dodge? I'm just gonna whack him. I'm just gonna win. Yep, that's good. Now he's doing the tiger noise. Great. Watch out. Here comes Tiger Pounce. There you go. Smash him. This is cool. We're in the ring. Wrestling. He's got a tiger belt. He just gave me a bloody pile driver. Okay. I can beat him in a war of attrition until he does that. Anyways, so there's people in my village, and they wanted to have like Okay, back off, back off. They wanted to do a demonstration, you know? So it's a bunch of white people. And they all lined up, social distancing, because before all these race riots, remember this COVID thing we have? Son of a bitch. And they all lined up in our downtown area and all held their hands up for 8 minutes, however long it was, that Floyd George had that guy's neck, had that guy's knee on his neck. You know, and then you have people that'll go, oh, and like somebody actually had said this, what a bunch of white hypocrites. It's like, it's so easy to criticize everything, but at least they're trying to do something, and there will be positive from that. It brings awareness to it. It brings social acceptance is a big thing, because people are very much death blow, he got me. People are like very, very well, they're affected by like social pressures, you know. Is what's your community going to think? What's your peer group going to think? And as much as people don't think they are like that, go to like a social gathering and you put some food out and you see how long it takes people to go up and start taking food. And more so if it's like, like a class or something with a bunch of people that you don't know. They put out some food or some coffee. People wait. They wait for someone else to go. They say they're being polite, but really they're just scared. Because it's a social thing of like, well, I'll wait for someone else to do it and show that it's okay. So when you do those kind of demonstrations, you just say that, yeah, we stand for something. We're trying to do what we can. We had a lot of people here that did the blackout social media square, but they put the wrong hashtag. You put Black Lives Matter, people are saying, you're erasing the Black Lives Matter information feed from that. Okay, yeah, good point. People were trying to do something right, but, use the Blackout Tuesday instead. It's like, so hard to keep up with everything. You could always use science and statistics for your arguments, wherever that person was spinning the data for their own political agenda. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you can manipulate stats quite easily, depending on what stats you bring. What's his name? That Ben Shapiro guy is masterful at it. I would even say Jordan Peterson in a sense. Even though I like Jordan Peterson more than I like Ben Shapiro.
Sleep tight, kitty.
I do like a lot of the things in this world. Wrestling, Spanish music, guitar, the art. It's a great level. Shapatapow, shepherd's pie. Have to go walk the dog. See you tonight. Thanks, Mom. You can just not show one thing while being sure to show another. Absolutely, yeah. And people generally just read headlines, right? Well, not generally, but people... That is a problem where people read a headline and then that's it. They don't get the actual story. There's a headline going around that says Floyd George was on meth and fentanyl. Really? So you read that stuff and you actually look into it and you see, well, there was a state coroner, whatever the autopsy, that is probably, you could say, would be biased because they're on the same side as the police, and if they're being paid by the same people that pay the police, the government, which is funded by taxpayer money, they
the purse tag here.
Yeah, so they had said they tried to show him as somebody on drugs, and then you look into it and you see that the family was smart enough to hire their own coroner. And again, like, well, that raises a bias. Well, they paid this person. What's the difference? Oh, well, you just have to hope that that somebody somewhere out there has some kind of an integrity. They said that wasn't true. But see, that's my mom's friend posted, oh, yeah, I can totally believe that, Mom. I think there's something where it's a way of people coping with what can seem like an overwhelming part of the world that we're going through right now in our part of our history. La lucha. And the way people deal with it is they want to think that it's not happening. So what they do is they look at other things and they draw these conclusions and similarities and patterns. Now what Prince is saying, okay, I need to go faster. Yeah. Kill these guys and get some health. I want to get to what Horky's saying, but first I need to get to a safe spot here. Whoa! Now we're down here, down in the sewers. Yeah, so Prince, what you're saying, where like Ben Shapiro is a great debater. He's playing the mental game of debating, pulling people into traps. No, it's you can see in his style, and like you say, the things that he brings up will contradict him. But you can't. Yeah, if you try to fact check everything up, it just doesn't happen. Which is hilarious that when Donald Trump is tweeting that stuff, Twitter is putting up stuff that says, this actually isn't true. He's so childish. There was what was it, like an Alaskan Republican governor had said, considering not voting for him, and he goes, well, I'm not going to vote for you. I'm going to run against you when you do it. It's like, you could not sound more like a child. Well, I won't do it for you then. Embarrassing. Quote web desktop. All right, so Horky was saying this thing about the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. There's a question of what substance do scientists measure and show to produce EEG brainwave detector readouts indicative of brain activity. What substance did scientists measure and show to produce EEG brainwave detector readouts indicative of brain activity? Spam, lime jello, 2 other things. What do you think? Phone a friend? Lime jello. Exactly. It's not. It could have been lime jello. It could have been spam. It's just like, what one did they do a test on? What one did they measure? Rather than saying, what is 6 feet long? It's more like, what did they measure to be 6 feet long? Prince saying he's not that good of a debater. And basically all of his debates, he's in a position of power. That's true. It's like, what do you call it? It's either him just talking to a camera, or like in a town hall meeting, college meeting kind of thing. Where,
like I'm back in
he does have the ultimate power.
Which is weird because I'm only 10.
You know what blows my mind is when they do the U.S. presidential debates and the mediators don't have the power to turn off their microphones. It's like, it's embarrassing for the mediator. It's embarrassing that one of the most important positions in the world is being decided in this way of people yelling over top of each other. It's pathetic. Really tough balancing trust and skepticism. Absolutely, and we're also in a time where, like, we have the ability to find truth. Whereas, like in the past, you would be at the mercy of someone's story. People saying things like, "Don't go out when it's cold; you'll catch a cold." It's not true, but people will say it like it is true. Soy gives you estrogen. You be a woman. You grow your boobs. Yeah. That one I'm guilty of believing in too. There's estrogen in it, eh? Well, I don't really want estrogen. Could be in, like, trace amounts and not really mean anything. Don't want to test it, though. I'm more likely to drink almond milk. Blast these fools. And give me some health. But at least we do have the ability to fact-check these things. We're kind of in a point where in, like, 50 years in the future, we'll have a neural link where you'll be able to access that information, and it'll have 50 more years of being fact-checked and hopefully more true. And then, whereas now we're accessing all this information on our phone with the delay of having to look at your phone and look it up and hope that what you're finding is honest. We're sort of in an awkward stage of that technology, but it's a growing pain. I think in the end it comes down to human-on-human relations, and it's pretty obvious when... Like the difference between how people talk to each other in a forum or social media as opposed to when you're right up front with that person, how you're going to act to them, you know? How you're going to treat them and all that stuff is quite different. So that's really becomes the most important thing is how, you know, real life and real life interactions. That's where the truth is with so much of it. Yeah. I mean, one of the smartest things was that they had the documentary of intense athletes eating vegan. Because if you have a fallacy that says you need to eat meat because it's got protein to make you strong. And people think you got to eat the protein because your muscles are made of protein, so that'll make them grow. When actually, you just need calories to make them grow. The proteins, yeah, it's the same word, but they're different. You don't just eat muscle and gain muscle. Even soy shipments to San Francisco slow down. There's less free soy samples to pass around. You don't even get any. All right, let's check out Edgar's Lament. Teddy boy. Ted's Lament. No soy samples. Free soy. Lana and Edgar. Why was he saying... I mean, that's the person we saw. Oh, he's a little guy. He's on a little platform. They had a traveling show. Look at those lines. He looks like a happy boy. What happened? Did he get his hair ripped out in a wrestling match? Hey, don't look up, Edgar. What's the deal? Who's that one below her? Different guy? Oh, she's sad. Legs crossed. Body language. Not into Edgar anymore. That's M, not Edgar. Oh, no. Oh, I love D. The cheerleader D and M. Oh, in his wrestling match. He lost his mojo. Oh my god, they were married too. I don't understand, like, this M guy and then this E guy, this D guy. Or that's just her joining up and that's an unrelated guy. Varsity Wrestling. Letterman jackets. Yeah, you were saying you're not into the meat anymore. Stella's been like that too, where she's just not really craving it. I still love fish. I feel like a big attachment towards fish. I've had Teeth. The guy holding her up is the cheer squad. But a different. So the guy holding her up was different from the guy that she ended up with. Still love fish. I've had some like teeth and gum issues, you know, over the last, like 8 years or so. Trying to keep my teeth healthy, and I've read some studies about, you know, different like animal proteins and especially seafood and like bone marrow broth being a big part of diets of tribal people that don't have, have drastically lower tooth issues. So that I tend to like about fish. But yeah, I could probably go the rest of my life and not have beef or pork. Maybe the odd bit of chicken I still feel a craving towards. Edgar was in the wrestling squad and the other guy's the cheer squad. Who's the D? That was the cheer squad guy as well, D, but he had an M on before. Maybe for their team or something. It's just confusing that in one picture he has an M and then a D. I am confused. Well, we found the lament. Good God, what is all this stuff? Well, guess we just climb up. It's broken basketball hoop. Here he comes. Okay, there's a lady who will help me in the streets. One way. La lucha. This one we've done. Okay. You feel some guilt when you eat meats, given that meat processed, carried out in such an industrial way. Yeah, it's one of those things that once you start looking at it, it's like you kind of want to not know the process. I mean, a lot of the arguments for going vegan and vegetarian are quite strong. Them saying things like the amount of water and space it takes to process cattle as compared to how much you can grow vegetables and I mean, and even just like anecdotally thinking about how you feel after you have like a big piece of meat or oh, this is an alley, so we're safe down here. Eating a big piece of meat or you know, vegetables. Buy them.
Well, maybe you can write it off on your taxes.
Maybe you can write it off on your taxes as a loss?
Okay, what I was going for here was a creeping vine. The kind that grows up walls. But it just ended up looking like a truck driver's hairy back.
Creeping vine, not a truck driver's hairy back. Mega 3s. Plonk. Where my, Oh, yes! Do I still have that painting? Or do I need to make it the whole way without dropping it? There you go. Nope, he just stuck it back in his pants. Huh. Tuna avocado, smoked oysters. Press triangle to take the painting down. What does it do while it's up? Offer me a portal?
No.
I love myself some smoked oysters, salmon, all kinds of fish, scallops. Oh, a big shiny thing. Maximum projection depth increased. Well, I'll be. Well, I don't think we're going to beat this game today. It's going to be another episode probably. Tomorrow. It's funny with Fallout. I really want to play Fallout in Morrowind, but it's I do find that it's the easiest to just kind of play linear, cinematic-ish story games or like pure gameplay games. There we go. That is guard right there. Boom! Snatch it away. La lucha. Last one was La Lucha. The lives you have inside, someone said? Oh, that's awesome. That's actually a fantastic bonus.
Next up, Junior King Kong Cobra.
Oh, it's so different. I was, somebody had asked a question on Reddit, like, how do you fit a game the size of Zelda and Final Fantasy 1 on the NES? When the space of a cartridge is like 564 kilobytes. And they said palette swaps are huge. Things like a cloud and a bush are the same, just with different colors.
I can't be beat. Coach says I got mental toughness. You can't break my concentration, wimp.
Hey, I'm not Edgar.
Yeah? You're gonna wish you're not Edgar when I'm through.
Look, I am not Edgar Tegley. My name's Raz. I'm a psychonaut.
You're an idiot, Smegly. Coach says your psycho girl-crazy lack of focus cost you states.
Seriously, I don't want to have to hurt you.
Well, since you'd have to break my concentration to even touch me, and since you can't break my concentration, I guess you won't be too disappointed then.
Murky with seafood? Yeah, I guess like everything, you just can't overdo it. Break the concentration.
Because I didn't, you can't hurt me at all. Because the coach taught me how to concentrate
Jumping
on
pile driver.
not like you, Smegly.
Schmegly.
You feel everything. Like when your girlfriend
And we're
Lana
back.
dumped you for that cheerleader guy. You felt that so bad.
Is that the same VA as the StarCraft one you recognized? Maybe.
You let all us wrestlers down. That's why we hate you.
After I lose, use the bacon?
You got confused, Techly. You let your guard down. And then you got
Opposites.
torn apart. Like this. I can't feel a thing.
Can't feel a thing.
Feel that?
Is it impossible to win at this moment?
Where'd you go, Smegly? You'll never break my head. Will
gotta
never
break
get
his
all clouded
concentration.
up and confused like yours.
We're not credited for it. What was the person in StarCraft? They recognize what character? A rose. Shall I use the rose?
Oh yeah, sweetheart. You're
Nope.
really dead now.
Oh, right in your neck.
I should give this
Oh
rose
yeah,
to someone
sweetheart.
who appreciates
You're really dead now.
I like that look. Sort of like a turtle leopard.
I'm telling you, it's impossible.
It's impossible. He's trying to give you hints. Like it's a power. Scientist, eh? Oh, okay. Yeah, the young scientist. Why don't you use clairvoyance?
I'm not
Must be
getting
out of
a lead.
range.
I must be out
Or holding the wrong thing.
of range or something.
Yeah, the wrestling is neat. Need to be in the ring and have to solve a different kind of puzzle.
I should give this rope. I'll
How
bet
do you
there's,
get
I'll bet
something
there's
out
a
of your
lonely
hands?
lady out there somewhere who could use a little cheering up. I'm not getting anything. I must be out of range or something.
Need to look through his eyes. Okay. He thinks I'm a nerd. Kill. There you go. Kill. You can use clairvoyance. So clairvoyance is a really smart,
Says if you stay focused, you
really
can't.
smart power.
How's that feel?
Nye wins. It looks like this really beautifully designed character in Mortal Kombat 2, where Mortal Kombat 1 had Goro, the guy with the forearms, and then 2 had Kintaro. He had forearms too, but he had like sort of like a tiger striping on him. Use the bacon. Get help from the matador.
You look pretty jumpy.
I'm supposed to paint an ad for the big fight between Dingo the Matador and the town bull. Only the bull's on a rampage right through where the painting needs to go. His
Dingo
apartment's
the
right upstairs.
matador. Use the bacon. Oh, you haven't heard from this guy in a while.
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
Buy all the paintings you can and look for hooks to hang 'em on. And for crying out loud, stay off the street! Oh, you can't outrun that bull. You're gonna have to sneak around on side streets. Maybe you can hide out in a window if those ladies don't see you coming.
A lot of things to consider.
Need your analysis on a hostile.
What kind?
The sensors. Yeah, I don't like getting set on fire.
These hellhounds keep setting me on fire.
Now, if a dog did that to me, I'd shoot it from a distance with my psi blast.
Smart.
That Cobra wrestler resists attacks.
Yeah, that concentration yap he's given don't mean a thing if you can hit him with a nice confusion grenade While he's trying to remember his name, he's vulnerable.
Such a specific thing. We need to confuse him. How? By outsmarting him? No, a confusion grenade. Oh, okay.
You've been very helpful.
Good luck.
I love it when he's polite. Go upstairs and find the cheerleader. Well, that's going to be it for today, buddy boy, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll put it in rest mode and hope that it saves. That should work, right? Yeah, I'll come back. Let's do a test right now. PlayStation turn on, please. It's got a bit of a cooldown before it can come from being on rest mode to normal. Diva! Psychonauts, here we are. Is there a oh, you can just save too. Don't remove your memory card. Override. 11 hours 37. Oh, 11:52. Pretty close. All right, thanks a lot, man, for your help and your patience and the really interesting chats we had today. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's pound out Psychonauts tomorrow. Get it done. Only like 10 days. 10 stream days of I saw The Last of Us. So, I was trying to think of, like, what can I do before then? Maybe this one and maybe Still Life. Fallout I'll probably play here and there, maybe Morrowind. I might, Monday, Tuesday night, I might pop on really late. My time, which would be like, kind of after Stella goes to sleep, like 10, 11 p.m. Maybe play a bit of Morrowind or Fallout then. Just kind of like different vibe. Just chilling with those games, because those games are just so... I'm still learning how to really enjoy them most while streaming them. So, anyways, I'll be on with some music in 2 hours. So I'm going to go get some fresh air, maybe a little bit of exercise, help Stella with something, drink some water, get ready for tonight.